Welcome to this extraordinary journey back in time, to the era of King Solomon, the wisest king who ever lived. Today, we delve into one of the most iconic moments in biblical history, the judgment of King Solomon, a tale not only of wisdom, but also of justice, compassion, and divine insight. But this is more than just an ancient story. It's a story that holds valuable lessons for our lives today. Lessons about leadership, fairness, and making decisions that are in line with wisdom from above. So stay with us to discover how this profound moment in history can inspire us to live wisely and compassionately in our everyday lives. What does it take to make decisions that transform lives? What is the secret to wisdom that transcends human understanding? These are questions we will uncover as we explore the story of Solomon's famous judgment. Stay tuned till the end, where we'll draw powerful insights for today's world and learn how to apply them in our own lives. Before King Solomon became known for his profound wisdom, he was just a young man, humble and in awe of the great responsibility that lay before him. After becoming king, Solomon made a request of God that would define his reign and echo through the ages. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask what I shall give thee." And Solomon said, "Give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours?" 1 Kings 3-5-9. Solomon didn't ask for wealth, power, or even a long life. Instead, he asked for wisdom to lead his people well. God was so pleased with this request that he not only granted Solomon wisdom beyond measure, but also gave him riches and honor beyond any king of his time. This teaches us a profound lesson about priorities. When we seek wisdom, understanding, and the ability to serve others well, the rest often follows. When we ask for the right things, God delights in giving us more than we could ever imagine. One of the most famous demonstrations of Solomon's wisdom came when two women came before him with a child. Both claimed to be the mother of the baby. The situation seemed impossible. How could Solomon or anyone possibly determine who the true mother was without witnesses or evidence? Then came there two women that were harlots unto the king, and stood before him. And the one woman said, "O my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house." 1 Kings 3:16-17. Faced with this heartbreaking situation, Solomon knew that a mere decree wouldn't solve the problem. The wisdom he had asked from God would now be put to the ultimate test. With calm authority, Solomon made a decision that shocked everyone present. He called for a sword. Then the king said, "Bring me a sword." So they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, "Divide the living child in two, and give half to the one and half to the other." 1 Kings 3:24-25. It seemed brutal, even cruel, but Solomon knew that the true mother would never allow her child to be harmed. Then spake the woman, whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son, and she said, "O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it." But the other said, "Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it." 1 Kings 3:26. The true mother's heart was revealed. Out of love, she was willing to give up her claim to the child if it meant saving his life. In that moment, Solomon knew exactly who the real mother was. Then the king answered and said, "Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof." 1 Kings 3:27. And so, Solomon not only saved the child's life, but also revealed the power of wisdom and discernment. His judgment spread far and wide, and people marveled at the depth of understanding God had given him. What does this ancient story teach us today? The judgment of Solomon isn't just about a king's cleverness, It's about understanding the heart. It's about seeking truth, even when the facts seem unclear, and about showing mercy and justice when the stakes are highest. We may never be in a situation like Solomon's, but every day we make decisions that impact others. True wisdom comes when we seek understanding, when we ask God for guidance, and when we act out of love and justice rather than fear or selfishness. Remember, when faced with challenges, seek God's wisdom first. The Bible says in James 1-5, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him." Just like Solomon, God can grant us the wisdom we need to navigate life's most complex challenges. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most iconic moments in biblical history. The judgment of Solomon reminds us of the power of wisdom and discernment, qualities we can seek in our own lives. If you've been inspired by this story, remember that God's wisdom is available to all who ask. If you found this story meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who need a reminder of the power of wisdom in their lives. Comment below with a time when you had to make a tough decision, and let us know how seeking wisdom helped you. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Proverbs 9:10.